Welcome.
Oh, you look good.
We're good. Hey guys, we owe you a huge apology. And that is for the first time in about 12 weeks, we missed a podcast. And we're so sorry. It was a really tough week.
Tough time.
It was a tough time. So we're busy sorting out everything to do with the bank and everything like that. And it's finally resolved. So
Well, not man. It was painful.
it was painful. So we can resume as normal now.
Very painful.
Before we start, so we're launching a new series on our podcast, and it's all about our favourite venues.
Yeah. So we're going to go pretty much around all our favourite venues. There's a few of them on there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how many we've got to go through, so we can't see how many paths it's going to be, but
We'll
10-ish,
nothing, maybe more.
maybe more.
But we've shot pretty much every venue, either Southeast Queensland, also in New South Wales. We've been up to Townsville, we've been out to Toowoomba, been past Toowoomba. I'm heading to Melbourne with Huey and the team in a couple of weeks.
Branching out.
Our platinum combo. So yeah, we definitely get around. So
Yeah.
I think our bucket list wedding, if anyone wants to get married in Tasmania, hit us up.
Oh, yeah. That would be awesome.
We would be so keen for
I'll
that.
definitely even get on the flight.
We'll give you a
Dude, how...
good deal for that.
Not my phone.
You can have your phone.
Let's see what we're going to talk about.
So just quickly before we start, I just want to do we've talked about it before, and I want to mention it again, and that is got to do with our non-refundable deposit. We've had, because we are booking down to 24 and 25, it is very, very clear in our terms, and when you book, that our deposit is non-refundable. And there's a couple of reasons for that. The main one being that we have so many inquiries coming in on a daily basis. Once you've booked and held your date, we're actually turning away other bookings for that day. So in essence, if we are returning the deposit, we're actually losing money on that. So, and then once that date opens, we may get booked again, but may get booked with a smaller package. So just be really mindful of that. Make sure you've read through the terms and conditions before booking, and that you're good to go with that.
And just be certain on your date.
Yeah, I mean, we do if we're happy to change dates and things like that. We're happy for you to sell your date. We're happy to give you credit. We do want to work with you on that, but just keep in mind, we're not doing it to be mean or being greedy, but we literally, how the bookings run is that when your booking's held, we are turning away bookings for that date. So just keep that in mind. We've just had a couple of people recently cancel their booking and just for no reason at all really want their deposit back. And I get it. And I've lost deposits before too. So it's really hard for us to keep saying no. And if we set a precedent, then we have to give all the refunds back to everyone. And that really would not be good for our business either. No. So the big general was on creative. So just keep that in mind. And I hate talking about it, but I feel like we've just got to put it out there so everyone's aware. Like any vendor, anything you book, read the terms and conditions. If you have any questions, ask us. We're always here to chat about it as well. But for now, let's get back to Brannell Homestead.
Here we go. So where is Brannell Homestead?
So Brannell is located in Laidley in Queensland. So it's about, I'd say about maybe a 15, 18-minute drive outside of Ipswich. It's about a 45-minute drive from Brisbane down the motorway on a good day. It is quite, so it's as you're going up.
What's the motorway called again?
I want to say the Warrego Road, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, hang on.
No, it's near Plainlands. So
Past Plainlands.
on the way to Toowoomba, you're literally turning at the Plainlands Hotel, and then that road sends you into Laidley, and then you're turning to Railway Parade. And then that will lead you out to Brannell Homestead. It is a beautiful location.
Laidley. So on the way to Toowoomba.
Yeah. So we I think there's only ever been one time, and we've shot there a lot. There's only been one time that we've stayed overnight because we were tired. Most of
I was exhausted.
Yeah, we just come off 3 back-to-back. So
yeah.
But most times we get home fine within the hour.
Get home in 50 minutes.
Yeah.
To Daisy Hill.
Yeah.
We're in South Brisbane.
Even after a big day.
So it's not that drive.
Yeah.
And the good thing is there's heaps of accommodation there if you got guests and you stay.
They've got glamping, so they've got the glam tents that they're pretty sweet. Then they've got the homestead, which
4 or 5 chalets as well.
they've got the hilltop chalets, which overlook, they're built up in the hillside. And then they've got the homestead, which has rooms in it as well. And then they have the glamping tents. So I think they accommodate about 40 people. And then I think you're also 40 or 30 or 40. And then you're also welcome to camp on site as well.
So what's there then?
Okay, so as the name suggests, it is a homestead. I think traditionally they market themselves as a bed and breakfast. The on-site homestead itself is a beautiful colonial building with a gorgeous wraparound balcony. It is very, very old school, like think traditional classic library with the ladder that goes around the library to the roof. They've got all the Chesterfield furniture. It's just a stunning location to get ready. And Alice is going to pop some photos up, hopefully here, to show you some photos we've taken inside the homestead for your getting ready photos. And then on the property, you also have paddocks. So sometimes I think they're running cattle in there, but most of the times when we've been there haven't been any cattle in the paddocks.
No, and you can get access. You can get the key.
Yeah, so there's a beautiful grassy field. So you've got the homestead, and then just below the homestead is where the ceremony and reception are normally held, which is basically a covered area that overlooks this beautiful dam that has a jetty. And there's a beautiful grassed area with fairy lights strung from the reception area down to the lake. And then quite often you'll have your ceremony under there. And then at night you do your first dance under the fairy lights. And then on the other side of the lake, you have this beautiful grassy field. And it's just perfect because you look back over the lake, back to the homestead, or you get that beautiful golden hour. Literally, I think Pioneer Lodge, was it? Had beautiful golden hour, but Brannell, just stunning.
Especially in winter.
Yeah, and I think Alex will pop some photos here for you too to have a look at. Coming in to Brannell, it is a dirt driveway onto a little bit of bitumen. So the entrance to Brannell does sneak up on you, so don't drive too fast.
I love that heaps and
Me too. And there's 2 separate entrances. You've got the first entrance, which goes to the ceremony and reception homestead, and then just up the road is the second entrance into the hillside cabins. So traditionally the girls get ready in the homestead. Now there's a beautiful grassed area under a beautiful fig tree at the homestead, and we have actually done a ceremony up there as well. Doesn't always have to be in front of them.
Yeah, the last one I did was up there too. The smaller ones they normally have up there.
So there's one thing to think about with the ceremony location at Brannell, and this is, if I'd have to say if there's any negative point, not that's a negative, is that sometimes the sun can be a little bit too harsh in that ceremony space near the lake if you don't time your ceremony properly.
Yeah.
So because you're all on site, this is where we recommend pushing your ceremony start time, so it's later, and then doing group photos after we get back for the bridal photos. So we basically go reception, well wish, and then we take you straight into the pretty photos. And then that way you get the beautiful light for your ceremony and the beautiful light for your pretty photos. And we're not burning the light on doing your group and your family photos.
So what options are there for food?
Okay, so for your reception itself, almost every wedding we've done there have brought food trucks in. There's access to power. There's they've actually set up the reception space so the food truck backs in. It joins into a storage area that has an industrial sink. There's a couple of benches in there. And then the people from the reception come up, just walk up the path to the food truck, grab their food and come back. We've also seen caterers come in. They've brought their own kitchen, obviously their own kitchen on a trailer. They've cooked the food and then they've plated the food and brought it down to the reception as well. So there's a couple of different options there. In the homestead, there is a kitchen for all the guests that are staying there. So if you wanted to cater, say, for after wedding, for breakfast the next day, for some of your guests, you can do so. It's quite a roomy kitchen. It's not licensed commercial, but it is definitely big enough that you can feed at least 15 or 20 people out of that kitchen at the top as well. Definitely you can bring all your food for your stay and store it up there. There's big fridges as well.
Awesome. And another good touch is Kathy, who owns the whole homestead, is also a celebrant as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So do you get stuck for celebrants, for people out there to marry you, she can do it?
Yeah. And she's lovely too.
Yeah.
Very, very helpful with everything. One thing that we haven't talked on a lot is the capacity of the variety of photos that you can get at Brannell. It's not just all dead grass and golden hour. They've got like old barns, they've got old fences, they've got a beautiful tree swing that comes out of a beautiful fig tree. There is so much scope for photos on site that you can get that variety of backgrounds. I mean, a beautiful walking down the dirt road shot. We've got some, going onto the jetty. We'll pop one of those photos up too. So there's so much potential for pretty photos at Brannell, and we just love the fact that it's easy for you to use. It's cost effective for you to use. It's a great way to make your wedding a destination wedding for your guests. And it's easy for us to get great photos and great footage.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why we love Brannell Lodge. Hope you've enjoyed the photos that have flashed up.
It's Brannell Homestead.
Brannell Homestead. I keep saying Lodge. I don't know why. Homestead. It's display.
And then just there's some links below.
Yeah, so the description of this podcast, we've popped their website and their Facebook page for you to go and have a look at. You can also check out our Facebook page for more photos, because we've posted quite a few shoots there. So if you just scroll down, you'll see the different photos from Brannell Homestead.
Well, we'll see you next week with another one.
You will. Thanks, guys.